We are finally back with an actual local shop tournament and we begin it with Narukami Vanquisher against Link Joker Messiah. So Link Joker actually go first here, which is very advantage for him and rides the Destiny Dealer by hitting a trigger here, which is very unfortunate for his end. But we shall see how whether the Link Joker actually can high roll the game, because the idea of the Link Joker deck actually currently is somewhat similar to Tachikaze back then, where you just basically when you go first you hit very big numbers with the new Machine Deity Grade 4. So Narukami actually rides the Phoenix here, and that's about it. So a very common turn. Try checks Chatura there. Oh, as you see, the Machine Deity actually goes to the damage zone, which is very unlucky for the Link Joker player. So what will he ride? Will he be able to ride the Gustra? Yes, he does. So what this Gustra does actually is basically a very simple effect. After battle, you can counter plus one and lock one from hand and draw one. But it's the thing is, because it's after battle, you can actually do more attacks with Alter Ego after that. And then he also calls down the Manipulator of Emptiness there, which also has the same effect as the Ghostra, but instead it's an on-hit effect. So he has potential 2 cycles from his hand. So if he has the Machine Deity here, it will be very, very impactful. He commits down the Great Tree Searcher here. Will he be able to find Alter Ego? Yes, he does. Oh man, this guy is doing it. Having to play a 4 Great Tree deck only and hitting it with the Great Tree Searcher is very, very, I would say, good feeling, and kudos to him to be able to hit it. So he drops the Blast Bomb there. So Blast Bomb is an interesting tag for Messiah players because not everybody will play it. Blast Bomb is somewhat more of like a counter play rather than playing more towards your game plan. But the fact that it also helps you so charge, so it is considered not bad also. So he's committing, no, he's reconsidering it whether to attack with just the Great Tree Attacker, Great Tree Searcher, sorry, the Lady Battler. Swings it like this for a 5k guard. It's a quick shoe, yup. Very simple quick shoot tag defense, but then now he used the Gustra. Oh man, look at that. The Grade 4 Machine Deity is actually found. So because he can use the effect of Manipulator Emptiness and the Gustra here. So he used the Manipulator Emptiness first for the on-hit effect. So where will he call down the second lock card? Looks like he's intending to call it behind in the back row, which is probably a good idea since you're against Narukami. Narukami has always been the notorious in binding your front rear. So as you can see, he has already caught the Grade 4 down, which is a 30k bit stick. How is this card even fair, right? So Narukami actually rides to the Cho here, kills off the Lady Battler, but not intending to move the Grade 4 at all, most likely because he doesn't have any more binders in hand, so it doesn't really matter at this point. And given the fact that Narukami is going second, he can't exactly call down the Zuitans to actually swing for the cycle and the attack, basically playing a more aggressive playstyle. Looks like he can only really do what he has done, basically just ride and attack again. But then given the fact that the Grade 4 Machine Deities already appeared on the Link Joker field, this is proved to be very scary for the Narukami player. So like, from his hand, we can see he actually has a Zuitan, but he doesn't commit it because he can't hit anyway. So just a normal dry check. Oh, actually hits a drop PG there, very clutch because it's very important against the Machine Deity. Oh, so he rides the Motor Ego here, most likely going to Force 2. Oh, as you can see, there's a Kai Force 2 marker. Very subtle flex, or rather not subtle at all, it's very flex, strong flex from the Link Joker player there. So Alter Ego effect skill is basically just so +1, you call 2 cards from drop zone and lock them. And then the second ability is that upon attacking, you can actually unlock all your lock cards, and then those unlocked cards that got unlocked plus 10k to them. So effectively making Force 2 a very viable marker or playstyle for Link Joker nowadays, because their numbers are already so big, and the fact that the Grade 4 actually can just swings and after that lock itself for bounty battles, and also giving additional 10k power to another rearguard, or rather a union, so it can actually give it to the Vanguard. So uses the order there to unlock the Gustra there. So how will he play this out? Actually swings with the Grade 4 first, which is 30k to a 9k, is a 25k guard when opponent just at Grade 2. Man, what has Bushiro done? This is like Tachikaze all over again. And the fact that the Gustra is actually there, so he actually can actually call one more down at on my attack. Oh, but hits the front trigger here. Would he be able to help him? So locks plus 10k to which unit? He hasn't really pointed to it yet. Oh, he points to the Gustra. So swings with the Gustra boosted, which is 28k to his 19. So it's a 10k guard. Oh, he eats it. That's very scary. Sorry for the glare though, because of the lighting in the shop itself. Oh, but he actually has a second grade 4 in his hand. Oh man, this is... If the Ninjago player actually opens the crit here, it will be over for Narukami. Since it will be a 2 force 2 lanes, and the grade 4s are hitting actually 40k on itself. And they can actually give power to each other. This is just nonsense actually. Given the fact that he actually PGs the middle, which is a bit of overguard since he already hit a damage trigger there. Opens a critical trigger and bump it to the side. Yep, this looks to be over to me. Well, how will he swing? He swings with a 40k, no 50k rear guard. Oh man, how is that fair? Another PG commits and powers to the left, grade 4. Then he eats it and it's over. And now we begin game 2 with Narukami going first. How will games be different? Right, so grade 3 searcher there, which is a mighty bolt dragoon. Will he be able to hit a jacket shot or vanquisher here? Actually misses. Oh man, that doesn't look good for Narukami player at all. Because Narukami, they are actually very broken, or rather considered broken, is because of Jagged Shot Dragon. And Vanquisher is just the icing on the cake, I would say. Or maybe I'm using the reference wrong, but you do get the idea that Jagged Shot is actually broken. So how will he be able to find the Jagged Shot in this game? Oh, just passes turn like that. Will the Link Joker actually high roll again? So Rides the Manipulator Emptiness, which has an on-hit effect, which is very annoying always when it's going second, because it's always having the pressure there. No guards there. Oh, opens a critical trigger among everything, but he's a heal trigger on Narukami's side. Very, very lucky from both sides. So we get a grade 4. No, he actually just called the Blast Bomb there. Alright. So no grade 4 high roll there yet. What will he ride? He rides the Cho here. Again, the Cho. And a double Zuitan. Okay, as I mentioned just now, because just now he was going second, the Zuitan rush doesn't really work against the grade 2 10k for force. So now he actually can do it. But it's the damage trigger there so fast. Damn. Cho had the one to pass. No guts, but he's a draw PG once again. Okay. But swings with the Zuitan to escape and draw one. So from his hand, we can see there's Vanquisher there, but is there a Jagged Shot? Rides the Lady Fencer, which I have not seen in the previous game at all, but it ended so quickly because of the machine deity. Move the Blast Bomb up. Will he be aggressive against Narukami? Given that if Narukami actually had the Jagged Shot here, it will be quite sick. So he just swings normally like that with one rear guard committed from the previous turn. Oh, got throw for no pass. Reopens the trigger here. Another critical trigger there. Oh man, this Ninjago player is doing everything possible to make the Narukami player games as hard as possible. It's 2 damage and a front. So the interesting thing about this Narukami deck is that it's playing front triggers over critical triggers, or rather more draw triggers, which we've seen in most lists anyway. So actually rides the Gust Blaster there. Interesting tech. To damage deny usually a force player, or it's a very infamous damage denier card. But with no boosters, it's actually quite a low power one. It's just a 22k against a 10k Vanguard. So he swings the Cho first, hoping to push him to 3, then swing with the 3 crit GBD and end the game there. But I don't think the Ninjago player will not put out a fight. So uses a quick shoe here. Yep, he does. So GBD swings with 22k and 3 criticals. Will it be an easy no guard? Nope, he throws a PG and throws a great 4 there, but opens a heal for an Narukami player. All power to the Cho and restamp with the Cho because there's no red guard in the front, so swings again for 15k guard. But Link Joker actually guards it well and there's no damage taken this turn. Actually rides the Auto Ego here, Auto Ego. And given the fact that there's a great 4 in the drop zone, this is not looking good either way for the Narukami player. Because the Link Joker player, once they have a great 4 in their drop zone, or rather they have it in their hand, the games are always going to be in their favor because the fact that you can multi-battle with that big stick and then adding more power to the rear guards or the units, or even basically can actually pump to the Vanguard, is quite sick. It's like Tachikaze on steroids, man. And the fact that you can actually play Force 2 markers, man, Tachi wish it was Link Joker, man. But Tachikaze actually got hit by the ban list, so it was not seen anymore in the meta. But this Link Joker actually resembles it so much. So Lady Fencer hits the face. Do note that Lady Fencer actually needs to hit the Vanguard to actually gain the ability to lock itself. So if you swing side here, you can't lock. He swings aside. Okay, so it's a very complicated turn now. Okay, so intercept it anyway for Narukami player. Okay, so it fixes everything. So the Auto Ego hits and unlocks all 3 red guards, giving 10k to each and one of them. And that's very high. Look, there's 2 pass. Twin drives the Order card and the Auto Ego. Okay, no critical triggers here for the Link Joker player, but swings with the Great 4 there and the on-hit ability. Locks itself, plus more power to the Lady Fencer. Lady Fencer is hitting for 35k, which is 25k guard already. Another heal. Oh wow. This Narukami player isn't short of triggers at all. So actually rides the Vanquisher there, yup, and he binds the Great 4, which is the only way to eliminate Link Joker players from being able to call them back at all. But calls the Chatura and the Phoenix, and that's it. Where's the Jagged Shot, man? If there's no Jagged Shot, literally there's not much push and cycle for the Narukami player at all. Oh, that seems to be it. Oh, man. Looks like the Narukami player doesn't really have a good hand himself, except the triggers that is in his favor. The Chatura is actually hitting for 33k if I'm not wrong, and that's a high number. Twin drives a front and a great one. Not enough to kill the Link Joker player, unfortunately. Swings with the Chatura, which is 43k. Will he be able to guard it? He actually guards it and has a PG in hand. Okay. Swings with the Phoenix. Phoenix is hitting for... He actually hits the rear. Interesting choice. Because the fact that Auto Ego can actually recall it back from the drop zone anyway is not exactly a good move, but I can understand why he could have done it, because if he were to call it for a drop, that's one less attack he had to deal with anyway. So Destiny Dealer using skill. Oh man, actually hits the Great 4 there so casually. This is too sick for a Link Joker player. Feels bad for Narukami, man. Locks 2 more from the drop zone, which is 1 Great 4, even though... No, sorry, the Lady Fencer and the Kanzen. And Great 4 swings like that, 30k, which is 20k guard with a marker 2. Looking at the Link Joker hand, it's actually only have, if I'm not wrong, 2 cards in hand. So that's the problem with Link Joker players nowadays. The deck list, or rather, that you can actually hit very big numbers and get free 2 calls, but it's not like the old Link Joker whereby where you play the Messiah, the old Messiah, where you can actually draw cards per unlock. So their hand size is relatively small now. So plus 10k to the rear, the back row. Swings and unlocks everything. The Great 4, Lady Fencer, and the Kanzen all plus 10k each. Throws 15k for 2 pass. Twin Drive double blank. Oh, this could be a chance ball for the Narukami player, but he has to guard these two big attacks. Throws a PG there, plus 10k again. $53k column with 2 crits. That's 35k guard already. Oh man. Oh, he throws everything there. Oh, even the Chatura is gone. Not looking good for Narukami player. Will he be able to top deck a Jackie shot here to change things up as he rides the the second Vanquisher. Uses the skill to bind one from each player hand and one on the field. So 2 grade 4 already binded. Cause the grade 1, which is superior cause when you bind from hand, and then when you bind something this turn, you soul charge 1. And then superior cause 2 Phoenix. So basically it's gonna be a lot of attacks. A lot of burst attacks. He binds the grade 4 on wheel from the hand because it's not going to be shoes. So Vanguard swings for 22k. Opens the front here. Oh, the birds are looking very powerful. Oh, but he's a damage trigger there, so the front trigger is nullified. So that's a 15k guard. Yep, because the Vanquisher actually plus 10k front row. Another 15k guard. Throws it. That's a 15k guard again. Nope, he chose wrong. So the second Phoenix has not been guarded yet. So only so far the first Phoenix has been guarded, the second Phoenix and the third Phoenix are still on hold to unleash their attacks. But it's a 6 damage shield there. Oh man, this Link Joker player really high road the Narukami player here. So the only last Phoenix attacks, but you cannot hit the Vanguard because Vanguard is actually currently at 33k. Oh man. This Link Joker player, man. 6 stuff. So uses a skill again from Alter Ego, what we call from the drop zone, call the Lady Fencer here, and calls the Lady Battler there, locks them both. And given the fact that Narukami plays at 4 and there's 2 marker 2s on the field, not looking good at all, man. So swings with 5k guard only, but because there's no interceptors on the field, it's still 1 card from hand, and that's very painful. And he can't eat it as well, since he's already at 4. So throws the 5k guard there. Locks up. Unlocks basically the Lady Fencer. Unlocks all of them, plus 10k to all of them again. I feel that he should have no guarded here, unless he's hoping for a 6 damage shield through the force attack. He actually throws the guard for 1 to pass, sorry. Here nothing, okay, there's a chance. Swings, this is a very big column, which is 25, 33, 25k guard. He throws the guard. Will he be able to eat a 6 damage shield here? Eats it, and it's over, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the content I have put out. Do drop a like and a comment if you really enjoyed the video, and do give me feedbacks if you have any. Do stay tuned for the top 4 and top 2 games as well. Thank you for watching, and do follow me on my Twitter for Decklist retweets.